Constant chaos.
Wait, every single time I make an appearance, I'm always lying.
Do you ever leave your bedroom?
No, never.
入ります。黄色い線の内側でお待ちください。
ありがとうございます。
パクチー好きなの？嫌いだわ。
嫌いそうだ。大体もう反応で分かる。
それも紙の量が少ないから中途半端にこんな感じで。
sorry。乾杯。はい。カレーポテト。いただきます。はい。イエイ。です。いただきます。イエーイ。はい。少しずつ食べる。パパパパパパ。じゃあ私は一軸からいただきますね。私今日からいただきます。量じゃない。これうまい。待って。でも巨峰がめっちゃ美味しいよ。今日すごい美味しいよ。美味しいよね。一軸食べてみるね。こっちの方が味がしっかりしてる。どっち？巨峰。おやすみ。
戦力外通告です。戦力外通告。今日肉しか持ってきてない。
はーい。よいしょ。ね。
抜きにしてる。早い。もうやってるな。ちょい入れで。一人2杯までね。
はい。
よいしょ。
ありがとうございます。
はい。
in the gym pop. I mean, I got my 30 days, but just out there, it's so easy.
I'm sorry to interject here, but
你好。
欢迎来跟我上课。
看 is to see, and then 明天 tomorrow 学校 school 是 book.
好，很好，
Hello. So this is a very rough quality tomotalks, but I'm doing so because I don't necessarily want 4K quality of my skin condition during this time. So forgive me for the bad quality. But anywho, to get right into it, I guess I owe a belated update on everything that's been going on thus far. It's been 2.5 months since I've started my job now, and the first 1.5 months, honestly, I was riddled with anxiety and doubts on how well I was doing because I felt like I didn't belong. I felt like that because I had such a different background than my peers that I didn't belong and that I somehow didn't deserve to be there. But I think I'm finally growing to become more comfortable and confident in my differences. Yeah, I'm grateful for this shift in mindset and for the people who have influenced me to be able to do so. So I'm feeling quite optimistic and excited about these next few months. I think I'll be able to grasp a few different opportunities that will help propel me further. So anywho, on a different note, I actually wanted to talk about something a little more personal, namely my relationship with food. I think that all my viewers, all my subscribers know that food is always highlighted in my videos, and I see food as something that is an act of communion that brings people together. So that has not changed, but that being said, I would say that I've partly lost the joy of truly being able to taste and experience the flavors of food given the combination of eating disorders that I've battled for so long. Being back home has been a battle and a half in that I'm finally in a rhythm of eating whole regular meals. This is obviously a good thing, but I can't lie in saying that the transition has been easy. Of course, I'm grateful for the people that I've been able to share meals with, for the food I've been able to cook for myself and my family, but the reality is that these dark thoughts kind of plague my mind from time to time, and they shame me for having a particularly indulgent meal and automatically assessing whether or not I should skip lunch the next day. I guess to give you a little briefing on how my relationship with food has evolved throughout time, I'd say it began as early as middle school when I saw this extremely problematic chart of normal BMIs and model BMIs in this Japanese teen girl magazine. I was really lean and tall for my age then. I was in basketball and field hockey. I was very, very active, and I was the kind of girl who would eat a bowl of udon before dinner because I was so hungry after sports practice. But anywho, I remember when I saw this chart, it sort of triggered this sense of inferiority and panic in me, even that I wasn't skinny enough, I wasn't fit enough, I didn't have a six-pack. That being said, my extremely high metabolism at that time kind of allowed me to stay in the same shape without really making any drastic changes. And I would say that the relatively lower exposure to social media during this time also prevented me from being too self-conscious of my body during that time. The most extreme moments for me were throughout college. I think in a way it served as a facade of control when I didn't have any. At one point, I was actually vegan for 2 to 3 years, and the transition itself was actually really easy because I wasn't a big fan of meat to begin with, but looking back at it now, it was most definitely a mechanism for me to deny a vast majority of foods under the pretense of it being vegan. That's not to say now that I want to stuff myself with fried chicken and drink gallons of milk, but at the same time, this habit of labeling certain foods as off limits, as completely bad, has affected me to this day and afflicts me with this level of guilt that is problematic. I will say though that I've put a lot of conscious effort into unlearning these toxic habits and thoughts and to become more forgiving towards myself in general. I've not weighed myself in the past 3 years, and honestly, I don't think I'm at a point where I can step on a scale and pretend that that number means nothing to me yet. But my body is relearning to accept and appreciate the energy that I fuel it with, and and I'm being gracious with myself in taking time to constantly congratulate myself for the progress that I've made thus far. This process of healing takes time, and that's not something anyone wants to hear, including myself, but I'm generally proud of how far I've come in this journey and wanted to share this today because, you know, I know the majority of my viewers are women and they're also quite young, so I wanted to be vulnerable with you today to tell you that you're not alone if you're also going through this. You know, it's tiring, it's incredibly isolating as well, but I just wanted to tell you that progress isn't linear, but it does get better. And so that's all for today. Whether or not this message resonated with you, I do hope that I was able to contribute even a little to making the often awkward and really uncomfortable conversations around this topic a little easier. Okay.
에本業は何ですか？ダンサー。良いね。わーお。乾杯ちゃん。行くわよ。おお。あ、ごめんごめん。
Wow, that's proper.